أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وصلى الله على محمد رسول الله، واللعنة الدائمة على أعداء الله. اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكن أرضك طوعا تمتع فيها طويلا. So we talked about ikhtiyar and any trade that we are forced to do by someone would be considered as invalid. For instance, if somebody forces Brother Marcus that you have to sell your iPhone, otherwise I'm going to bash you, and he sells his iPhone. According to Islam, that trade is invalid because he didn't intend to do so. He did that just to protect himself. And one of the evidence for that, لا يحل مال امرئ مسلم إلا بطيب من نفسه. You're not allowed to eat a single penny of a Muslim unless if he is pleased with that. So Islam not only protects people and secures the wealth, but also legislated laws that can secure their wealth as well. This is a topic that we mentioned. I just wanted to add this narration. لا يحل مال امرئ مسلم إلا بطيب من نفسه. The other topic, which is very nice and it's very, very debatable topic, a topic called بيع الفضولي. What does it mean? I was reading today for 1.5 hours. Reading what Ayatollah Sabzawari wrote in his book, Muhaddab al-Ahkam. Although he bring everything briefly, but it was substantial. So am I allowed to sell your mobile phone to Brother Ahmed?
No.
Am I allowed to sell your car to Brother Mubin?
No. Without my permission?
Yeah, without pre-discussing that with you.
No.
Am I allowed to marry my son without telling him?
No. Even should be.
Well, scholars say yes, you are allowed.
Wait, what?
Yeah. This is called Bay al-Fuduli. Vast majority of our scholars say, probably I can't say vast majority, but too many of our scholars say that it's allowed. This type of trade is allowed, but nothing will happen unless the owner gives the permission. So what does that mean? So it's very important. So for instance, Marcus is my friend, and he has gold, and he's overseas. And I saw the gold prices jumped up, surged. I'm not in connection. He's in Hajj. I can't get to him. I tell Ahmed, I sold you the gold. I'm not going to give it to you. I just sold it. Ahmed says, I accept. When Marcus comes, I tell him, he would have the call to accept or decline it or reject it. If he accepts, let's say, on his behalf, I did that without his permission. That's why it's called fuduli. I don't have any power of attorney to do it. So if he accepts, and then the gold prices went down, for instance, what happened with the cryptocurrency, I can remember the price of Bitcoin dived till it reached $2,000 when the corona started. So when it was high, I sold it. He comes back, I sold your goat. Yes, good on you, I made a profit. Or he says, no. If I sell it and then it went out, he said, no, I don't accept that. Then he will get back. So the aqd, the contract is invalid. So probably Islam legislated that. It's hard to prove, actually. It's not an easy way. So they brought some narrations to try to extract this information off, but they struggle, even scholars struggle, because it's a very complicated situation in terms of narrations. So Bay' al-Fuduli by itself is good. So it can be helpful. So if you accept, it will have the effect from the time that I made the aqd. And it's rational. If we don't have anything against it from our narrations or verses of Quran, then it should be accepted. So I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking your gold and giving it to him. I just made the contract. When you come, you can decide. And if you decide, it will have the effect from the moment that I made the aqd or signed the contract. So it's conditional contract. It all relies on your permission, but it's valid. So when you come, you don't need to sign any contract. You accept it, that's it. This is called Aqdul Fuduli. And one of the narration that they use to prove that, somebody had a slave back then. It was a woman, and his son, without his permission, sold it to somebody. And that person took it and married with her and got a son of her. When the owner of that, the father of that guy, came back, he said, no, I don't accept. And he went and he took the lady and took the son as well. Because the son belongs to him, although he's the son of that person. But because of is the son of that slave, it will be returned to him as well. And the guy the father of that son, the father of the son of that slave lady, went to Imam Ali and asked him for a solution. Imam told him, okay, take his son. He's got your son, take his son. And he went and took his son. And he said, what are you doing? You're putting my son in prison? He said, yes, until you give me the permission to that contract and you give me back what I own. And then it worked. So Sayyid Sabzawar rahmatullah says that this narration can be taken as a proof for such aqd al-Fuduli. Well, I think no. I think the only proof that we have, not the only, but the proof that we have is this is a rational contract, and we don't have any valid evidence of narrations, either narration or verses, against that. So it's valid. And such narration that they mentioned, that story from Imam Ali, which was mentioned by Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, Imam Ali wants to resolve the problem. And that's something else. When he wants to resolve the problem, it's his son. Okay, that son did something, because that son didn't have the permission to hand over the product or anything of the lady. Put aside slavery and things like that, because Islam is against slavery. It was Islam persuading, encouraging people to free slaves. This is what Islam did until now. So, yeah. So he was trying, Imam Ali was giving solution to solve the problem. But what they say that the contract itself is what?
Invalid.
Is valid. The problem is, well, the owner rejected it. Still, Imam told him the owner has the right to reject it. But Imam solved the problem. So I don't think this narration is very, very or can be taken as a reason, as a evidence for such contracts. So what is the reason? What is the evidence for such contracts? It's rational. If I sell the gold of Brother Marcus to Brother Ahmed, and Brother Marcus come back and sees that he made profit, or he lost, he's going to say, I reject. Made profit, yes, I accept. What's wrong with that? If I do not hand over, I just sell it to Ahmed and say, okay, but I will give it to you when the owner comes. Oh, I'll give it to you in a month's time. I don't tell you that it belongs to Marcus. I don't benefit anything. So I'm running your business on behalf of you without your consent. It's going to be up to you to accept or reject. What's wrong with that? So Aqd al-Fuduli by itself doesn't have anything wrong. So only saying things verbally or signing the contract. You're not handing over anything. That's really different to that story. The one who handed over the lady. So Aqd al-Fuduli by itself, if we don't have any evidence against it by itself, nothing is wrong with it. It's rational. And if it's rational, the only thing that can invalidate such a rational contract is if we have any evidence of narrations or verses that's saying that this and such contract is considered as void. Otherwise, it would be what? Or be accepted. So this is one topic. The other topic is when the owner gives the permission, the aqd, the contract would be valid from the moment that the contract was signed, not from the moment that the owner gives the permission. And why that's important? For instance, if you have, let's say, very expensive parrots, Brazilian parrots, a pair of parrots, and I sell them to Brother Ahmed, and after a few months they come back, you accept the contract, then he would own the what? Not only parrots, any chicks, if they get a chick as well. So if we say no, from the moment that you give the permission, the chicks will be belonging to you, because you only sold the pair of parrots. But if your permission is acting that the contract from the beginning was correct, then it would be Ahmed's property. So this is one of the...
So let's say the contract happened, and there was 2 parents. And within that period, they had
babies.
2 kids.
Kids, yeah.
And then
chicks.
Chicks, yeah. And then the guy came back and he's like, yeah, the contract's well. He can take the kids as well.
Yeah, he has to.
Okay.
No, you can't. It's his. Because his permission would say that what he did was right.
That guy got a bargain.
Yeah.
You get expensive chicks out.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Or you can say, no, I don't accept. Just give it back to me.
Can he accept for the birds but not the chicks?
And if it dies, for instance, no, he cannot. If it dies, there's going to be a new contract. If one of them dies, if I accept from beginning, then you lost it, not me. If I don't accept that, I lost it, not you. You know, let's say the birds are in my house, but I lost it. So this is the other topic they bring. They bring too many other masail as well. I'm not sure about scholars if they accept that for marriage as well. So if I marry my son without his consent or my daughter without her consent, and then if she accepts or not, I'm not sure about what fatawa said, but probably somehow it's better not to do it. It's khilaf al-ihtiyat. So we are not distancing the owner from making decision about his property. Rather, we did it on his behalf for any reason, out of friendship, out of whatever, okay? And then he can accept it or reject it. This is called aql al-fuduli. So for trading is okay. Or for instance, he was trying to find a renter for his house. He couldn't find, he traveled. Then I found a renter, I gave him the house. And I collect the money after he came back. Yes, I did that. This is the money. And the person is occupying your house. The house here. He make profits, you accept. But if he has any problem with that person, he said, I don't accept. So he has to go out and the money will return back to him. And the person who made the contract should compensate not the owner.
No.
Yeah, because probably he was able to give it to somebody else. المنافع الغير مقصود, المنافع الغير مستوفاة, it's called. So it's a long story, but this is the gist of it. I wanted to talk with you about it because it's very technical. It's useful sometimes. So yes, if you take the property and give it, you're not allowed. But if you just make the contract, you're allowed. This is called aqd al-fulul. I said I can't. It shouldn't be.
Because the father has authority.
So somebody else does it, not the father.
Okay.
But still, I'm not sure about the fatawa of fuqaha. Let me check. But I wouldn't recommend that, to be honest.
What do you marry a daughter without a consent? To someone that's good.
No, she has a choice.
Yeah.
It's up to her.
But even though she accepts.
Huh?
What if you know she's gonna accept?
Then why would I marry her? Why would I accept?
Said Sistani says you're allowed.
Yeah, you.
العقد الصادر من غير الوكيل والولي المسمى بالفضولي يصح مع الإجازة سواء كان فضوليا من الطرفين أو من أحدهما وسواء كان المعقود عليه صغيرا أو كبيرا سواء كان العاقد قريبا للمعقود عليه كالأخ والعم والخال أم أجنبيا. So Ayatollah Sistani says yes, عقد الفضولي is allowed, but of course it needs the permission after that, the permission of the groom, bridegroom. If they don't accept either one, will be void.
Okay.
يعني مثلا Zaid marries daughter of Amr to the son of Salim. Okay?
Yeah, is it, from that point are they معقودين؟
معقودين, but they have to accept, then it will be valid.
يعني نكاح مو valid من
بدون الرضا مالتهم لا. مثلا هذا شاف له والله هاي خوش مرة تفيد صاحبه. جاب شهود وكذا قال زوجت فلانة من فلان. بعد راح قال ترى أنا زوجت فلان مني. منو فلان؟ والله الخوش. راح قال فلان أنا زوجت فلانة من ابني. منو؟ والله زين جاز عشت ايدك. صارت. Hey. This is what Ayatollah Sistani says.
And you married the daughter off to someone.
Not daughter, somebody's daughter to somebody's son.
And then she's like, you know what?
هذول الناس فضوليين شو عندهم بالشغلة.
But you still need to do it.
صلى اللهم على محمد وآله الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على